I just can't take no pleasure in killing nothing. Just some things you gotta do. Don't mean you have to like.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
You want to know what happens to an eyeball when it gets punctured? You got any idea how much blood jets out of a guy's neck when his throat's been slit?
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Screams in a theater of bones. Dust show dials where the dead have What is up, everyone? DJ Anubis here with you on the Metal Time Radio podcast with my good friends and co-host Anthony Jordan, Movies and Gaming, and back by popular demand, Mr. Tony the fucking Dead.
Hello, hello.
And we are the Ghouls at Midnight, where once a month we get together, we take turns selecting a movie to review, and here we are with my pick of the month, of course, reviewing 1977's Kingdom of the Spiders, which is directed by John Bud Cardos and starring William Shatner, Tiffany Bowling, Woody Strode, Alovis Davis. And the premise here is Kingdom of the Spiders centers on a rural town in Camp Verde, Arizona, which lies in a migration path of a horde of tarantulas turned aggressive due to pesticides having depleted their normal food sources. So I guess I'll just go around the room real quick. Have you guys seen this before? So I'll start with Anthony. Have you seen this film before?
The first time was when I was maybe 10, 11, 12 years old, somewhere around there. I saw it at the VHS, and I love arachnophobia. So I had to see this, and I was expecting another arachnophobia. I was not expecting the birds with spiders, so...
Yeah.
My first time, I didn't like it, and I haven't watched it again until I watched it for this. So I watched it, went in with an open mind, and not having those preconceptions, I'll just say my opinions on the film have changed now.
Tony.
It's my first time watching it, actually.
Wow.
Honestly never wanted to watch it. I didn't want to be freaked the hell out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad I got to see it now. We'll get in more into it, but yeah, it's definitely, I would say that if you do have arachnophobia, this might be one to like start off with. It's like at least a little calmer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's how many of them, but like, it's not like graphic but maybe not. Maybe don't watch it if you're arachnophobia, if you have it.
Well, in some ways, you could say it's a little creepier because they did use, like, from what I understand, 5,000 different spiders. Like, at least 5,000 spiders are all like the Mexican red knees, which is one I have in my own collection. So they used a lot of these. We'll get into a little bit more how they were doing that, but. Yeah, so basically, William Shatner plays a gentleman. I don't even know what his job was, but he's like a farmer or a horse stable or whatever.
I took him as a vet kind of guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's a vet, and so he's looking after his sister-in-law, who I guess her husband, who was his brother, died. So he's kind of like looking after, which ironically, from what I understand, Marcy Lafferty, who plays Terry, his sister-in-law, was actually his wife at the time. So that's kind of an interesting twist there. But so he's basically starts out and he's like wrangling up I think it was like a cow or a calf or something, and they just start that way, and then of course it starts to go to where we have this black gentleman and his wife that also have a farm and with like bulls and cows and stuff. And so they start running into problems where like they start foaming at the mouth and dying. And so they call in Shatner's character to come in and basically check out and see what's going on. And Shatner ends up saying, well, the calf died, so I'm going to send this goo over to like a lab, find out what the fuck it is. It turns out that the woman that ends up coming to help identifies it as spider venom because they think it might be snake venom at first, but it's actually spider venom. And of course, everyone's laughing. It's like, no way a spider killed this big ass thing. She's like, not one, but maybe many. So I thought it was kind of interesting. And there's like that little point where he's trying to explain to the black farmer, your calf died from a supposed spider bite. And he's like, oh, it must be Spider Hill. And they're like, what? So they all go and they certainly see this big ass mound with all these spiders coming and going. And it's like, fuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So starting with you, Tony, like, what was your first impressions when it first started? Like, what were you kind of like feeling?
Well, I felt bad for the cow. I mean, it looked so sad. And then like I loved how they did it where like you see the spider coming at the cow and the cow turns and looks. You see another one over there and in the front of them and that, like I was like, that's pretty clever the way they did that. And then like "Brr," and it made me laugh, I'll be honest. I laughed at it, and then it turns like to the next scene. I was like, okay. But like yeah, it's like, oh shit, obviously one wouldn't do it, but we know there's many. But yeah, it's a good way to it keeps your attention, but the movie does kind of like drag here and there. Like, but when they get into the action, I mean, when they get into the action, it's really like creepy as hell, especially like the whole town, like with all the people panicking and all that shit, which is probably why you should tell people what's going on.
Right.
Even when they're in the room with the sheriff, and then the guy's like, "Oh, what's going on?" He's like, "I wish I knew," and it's like the people that know are right there. Just fucking tell them. You're caught in there with them. You know what I mean? But yeah, it definitely keeps your attention. I mean, it's like, okay, what are we gonna do about these spiders? So yeah, it's definitely an attention grabber in the beginning. But William Shatner, man, I'll tell you, he is the worst person in this movie besides like everybody else. But like he's just a horn dog. He don't know shit, and he just lets everybody die. It's like, I know I would have left him die too. That guy in the plane, with the way he's yelling, like that, like just fucking die already. But like he's just like, no, he's dead. It's like, well, maybe he's not. Maybe I don't know what you're gonna do, but try to get him out. The calf is dead. Sorry, or I don't know. Oh, this poor guy too.
Right. Yeah. It's like these spiders just had a way of getting into everything.
Everything. And that's another thing. I know maybe because of the movie, they obviously can't hit them as much as they can, but I don't think they gave a fuck. I didn't look at
shooting at them. You could just step on them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so I was looking up info, obviously, because you can tell with the cars running and everything that there were some that were killed. But
oh yeah,
they mentioned that they tried their best to avoid it, but it was almost impossible with all the people running around and the cars and stuff like that. So obviously, some of the spiders were killed in the process. But the thing is, like, from what I understand, like $50,000 were spent on these spiders alone to have them come be on the set. And so every time they had to like stop in between scenes, they had to like take cups and put them on all the spiders so they didn't run off, because you got all these fucking spiders, you got to make sure they're not moving and leaving. I think I even caught one time, I think it was when the girl was on the bed, I think it was like in this scene, there was a couple on the left that started fighting.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So, or they were trying to mate. Sometimes they mate that way too. So I wasn't sure like if they were mating or trying to fight, but I guess from what they were saying, like the director, like they wanted to try to get the spiders to act like they were going to attack people, but because spiders are generally skittish, they try to run away.
Yeah. They did that a lot in this too, but because it's like, they're aggressive, and it's like you never see them unless they're on the person.
Also, it doesn't help, understandably, why they use this species, but they used one of the most low aggressive, beginner friendly species.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. So like this one's very good to use. When I did my review with Kevin for Tarantulas, the Deadly Cargo, they were using Brazilian white knees and black knees too. So like, again, they were using the similar spiders because their temperaments are very low. Like you can hold a spider like this with no problem. God forbid you try to like do a bird eater or something, they get pretty defensive and nasty. So
that would be scary just the size of it.
Well, yeah, and even these ones, like they're at least the hand size, and so again, that girl, like kudos to her. I mean, I don't know if I could do this. Like as much as I handle like most of my spiders, like this is a lot to deal with at that age.
Yeah.
And they even mentioned too, like some of the spiders did bite because, like, obviously if they're annoyed and because they're placing them on people. So if you're moving or doing something, it might bite you or by accident. Like they're not venomous, obviously, at least not deadly. But the biggest issue they run into is one thing I've talked about with my tarantula videos is their hairs for the new worlds, because like they kick hairs, and so when they're annoyed, they're like. So once it gets on your skin, it's itchy as fuck. You just
they're barbed. You do not want that stuff in your eyes.
Yeah, yeah. So for all the complaints, it wasn't about the bites or anything. It was just because of the hairs that everybody was getting on. I was like, dude, this is itchy.
Oh man. I you could tell. I'm sure, unless you know, William Shatner. It looks a few times he might have got bit. Like when he's like reaching out. Why did he open up that air conditioning? Is beyond me. Like duh. But like he goes up and then he's like, and he goes like that. And the other one with the heat, or like the in the kitchen, he opens it up and he's like reaching up with the towel, and then like one bit him, he's like there's a few times even when he's trying to get the fuse, you could tell like that either he was really freaked out or like something like got him big. But like, man, I couldn't do it.
Nope. Anthony, how did you feel about how the movie was setting up early on?
I enjoyed it. I can appreciate a good slow burn. And although I do agree with Tony, this is too slow in some places. I like the setup because it shows you the danger right off the bat without showing how serious it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I'd seen this film a few times. I do own it. I actually watched my own Blu-ray of it, but like, I don't know why it took me till now to realize that the sister-in-law was actually infatuated with Shatner's character. That was his actual wife, but the character was supposed to be infatuated with the brother-in-law, which was Shatner. And so, like, by the time she bites it, because she saves her daughter.
No
from
pun
the
intended.
spider. Right. So by the time she bites it, like I'm thinking, I'm feeling bad. Like this is fucked up. Because he kind of like she tried to flirt with him, and he's like, nope, I'm not my brother. Sorry.
She died twice in this movie.
I did kind of like that whole touch there because that is a very believable scenario that does happen, and I thought it was handled well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like as much as people like to rag on Shatner for very cheesy, hammy acting, when he delivers good, he does deliver really good.
Yeah. I like him. I don't mind his acting in this at all. It's just the character was kind of like an idiot.
My biggest problem with the character is once the spider attack happened, his first responsibility should have been to his niece and getting out of town.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
But I hate to say let the rest of them fry, but if that's my niece, I'm getting her in the car and she's my responsibility. I'm making sure she gets to safety if nothing else. And then when I get somewhere safe, I'll contact the authorities to be like, yeah, this town has a major problem. You better send someone quick.
Yeah, because like obviously if it's willing to kill like, animal livestock, and of course if it gets into like the cockpit of the plane or the truck, it's like, dude, I'm out of there. I'm not even sure if I'm waiting. I'm like, I'm the vet, but sayonara, guys. See you later.
It's your own problem.
Yeah. So yeah, basically,
while you're driving past, be like, it's spiders. Get the hell out of town.
Blame the mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I thought this was, you said the birds. I'm thinking, is this going to be a Jaws with spiders?
Yes. Yep. I was going to say, because like, again, the mayor's trying to ignore the problem. He's like, well, just dump more pesticide and everything. That's why already what started the whole fucking problem.
Yep.
And I kind of like what at first when the plane is like, when it's first being, the pilot's under attack, like the guys on the ground, like, why is he flying over the town? Like, doesn't he know that shit's poisonous to us?
Yeah. He's always carrying poison. Well, what's he doing up there in that plane?
Of course, now whenever I see like scenes like that, I'm thinking of Randy Quaid from Independence Day. You're on the wrong field.
Oh my God.
But yeah, as the movie goes along, obviously the spiders start moving, migrating more and more because their food sources are gone, which is a nice effect because I like how they kind of pay attention to the fact that at one point there's like no sound. So there's like no crickets, no nothing. Like you couldn't hear shit.
Yeah.
These spiders are basically just taking anything they can find.
What's cool, like during like mating seasons with certain species, mass migrations like this do happen.
Yeah. And I think it is Arizona where it happens too, I believe. So certainly makes a lot of sense.
Well, as she said in the movie, these are 600 miles from where they're supposed to be. Is that because of this poison they're killing, so they're moving in? But like 600 miles is a long way for them.
Yeah, well, that could have been like a fib on the movie because the other thing about the movie is like, so basically like this ending scene, obviously, where the tower towns and webbing. So the idea that the movie's trying to portray is that the spiders are basically just holding in their food, which, you know, most regular true spiders will do that, but tarantulas don't really use their webbing for trapping. They use it for mainly for the vibrations for whenever a cricket or something runs across it. So because in a sense, tarantulas are kind of blind, except for not all of them, but most of them are kind of blind. So despite having all those eyes, they really don't see much. It's all by vibration and feeling. So the idea that they were locking in people to feed on them later was kind of a myth. Like it's just a made up story. It wouldn't have been, I mean, obviously there are some heavy webbers, but it's all for different purposes than what they were trying to allude to.
I feel again like that ending was just more of like, let's do a little nod to the birds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that ending. That was
No,
like,
it's
oh my
dark.
God.
Yeah.
You're like,
At first I'm thinking, what is snow? Like
if you remember just one thing about this movie, it's going to be the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for sure. But that cop, that too, like that lady that ran the like bed and breakfast thing with the cabins. I'm surprised she lasted, to be fair. But the sheriff, he didn't even get killed by a spider. The water tower landed on the car, and then it's
he
like,
drives it into town, like people are running at his car, like what do you think you're gonna do once you get in the car? Like where are you gonna go? Like it's like
all the chaos in town. You should have known driving a car through that was not going to end well for you.
No.
Right? Yeah, it's just kind of a nightmare of logistics here.
That ending though is very, very stress inducing because it's like there's spiders everywhere. People are panicking, and then they see like that lady that was like the phone operator covered in spiders and webbing, and it's like, well, that's why they can't get anything out. And then like this person's found dead and they're covered, like just the fact that they're covered in the stuff and they're on them, it's like it's creepy because you know they're gonna feed on them.
Yeah,
it's so, I mean, I know they wouldn't, but maybe well, they did say because of the poison killing their food supply, that's their way of getting away with these spiders who aren't like that to attack people. But regardless, they're big and they move creepily, and it's just, I felt bad for the spiders at times too. Like when they pour that hot water and stuff, I'm like, they don't want that shit.
Right. Yeah. And so that's sort of the, you know, some people still kind of like get angry about the treatment of the spiders, but like during that time, and I think even Shatner addressed it, like, unfortunately, during that era, when it came to animals, they weren't as diligent about how they treated them. So, like, you know, obviously spiders were killed, but the thing you can say is that movie looks realistic in terms of how it would play out. You know, because the spiders are real; they're not CGI, they're not, you know, special effects, are just real spiders being used. And so, unfortunately, and when you do that, some things can happen.
Filming of Arachnophobia, where they had a bunch of spider wranglers on the set, and each one of those spiders was actually taken care of.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they said they hired a guy specifically for this, and they paid him a good amount of money, but he had to run around. He had to have help because, I mean, fucking 5,000 spiders, dude. Like, I'm like, boop, 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 boop. You have to really move the scene
$4.99. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like, because I can guarantee you at the time they probably didn't get all of them back. Someone probably got out and went to do whatever.
Yeah.
There's just no way you can keep up with that many spiders.
Even if you don't have arachnophobia, being around that many spiders just has to get to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't consider myself having arachnophobia. I like seeing, I think they're interesting. I wouldn't want to own one, but I think they're interesting. But it's definitely creepy. Same thing with me with snakes. Like I don't mind snake videos and stuff, but I wouldn't own one. My one friend owned one, and I'd quickly walk past that damn tank. Just make sure though, is it in there? That's the only thing I did.
What's funny about us doing this one today, I have these bushes in my front yard, and usually around this time of year, they're covered in like multiple spider webs.
Mm.
And they hadn't done it yet. I step outside on my porch today, and today of all days when we're talking about Kingdom of the Spiders, the bush is covered in webs.
Tomorrow, your house.
Yeah,
I'll make a makeshift flamethrower.
Yeah.
Now, to its credit, this film only cost like $500 to $1 million to make, and it made $17 million. So it did very well considering at the time.
Nice. Did you guys? I know you own it, Anubis. Did you? And you own it too, probably, Anthony, right?
Not yet. I watched it on Tubi.
I watched on Tubi too, and I thought the quality on Tubi for that looked really good.
It's been, since you've seen it on Tubi, did you come across the rip track version of it first?
I saw it after I clicked play, like it's like, more to watch kind of thing. I was like, I'm not watching that.
I clicked on that one first, and I'm like, what's this?
Oh,
so then I had to hunt the regular version.
Didn't you ever see a riff track before?
Theater 3000.
No, I've seen the riff track. I just wasn't expecting that on that when I clicked on it.
See, I saw that riff track like right next to where the movie was, and I thought, oh no, they made fun of this. How bad is this movie? And it wasn't. So, because if you're making fun of a movie, it's probably not that great.
Well, yeah, usually, like, I think if they're gonna make fun of it, it's because of the dialogue. Like you said, the dialogue and Shatner, like, it's kind of corny in that way. But the idea was the stars of the show was the spiders. That was always going to be the star of this movie anyway, because that's what it's about.
I think the star of this movie is the soundtrack, especially that singing in the beginning.
It was driving me nuts watching that movie. Like, I've heard this music before. Where did I hear it?
Oh,
and then the music was an alligator.
See, I was thinking something else from the 80s. I don't know why I was thinking Ferris Bueller.
Bueller?
Like, I have heard that too.
Okay, that's one movie I have never seen.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's all right. You still have time.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
I'm a Matthew Broderick fan.
No.
I'm not really either. I mean, the first one I ever saw him was War Games, which is a pretty good movie, but like, he's okay. Like, I'm not a huge fan of his, but Ferris Bueller's okay. Like, I'm not like the big fan like some people are, but it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and give our final thoughts and ratings. We'll start with Tony since you were back with us now. Shoot, let's hear it.
Yeah, like I said, it was a little bit of a slow burn here and there, but you can get past it. I think the first half of the movie where it's setting everything up, like I said, it's slow, but then that next half it kind of speeds it up quickly, and people start dying here and there, and I love these like kind of animal stories, like Day of the Animals, like is fantastic. I love that movie, and this is like in the same vibe of it as it, and it just like makes you think like, what if this happened? What would you do? Kind of thing too. But yeah, I think I actually think people should watch this. If you're afraid of spiders, just hold a pillow while you watch it, or keep your feet up on the couch, I guess. Close all the vents and everything. But I thought it was a pretty good movie, to be honest. At halfway through it, I'm like, oh my God. And then I was like, I don't know about this movie. And then it picked up, like I said, and I liked it a lot more, especially the ending. And I thought, how are they going to get out of this? Like, is this going to be like a nice, bright, sunny day? And it was, but not for everybody.
Right.
Only for the spiders. But with the creep factor and everything too, like, I thought it was really good. I was surprised. So I would probably say, what is it? What are we doing?
Out of 10, yeah.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Probably like a 8. I'd say like an 8. Yeah, I think it's worth a watch for sure.
Anthony.
Well, as I alluded to earlier, the first time I watched this when I was much, much younger, I was expecting another arachnophobia and didn't get that, and I didn't like it. So I went into it with an open mind. It's got good slow burn elements, too slow in some places, but it does have a great creep fast factor with some good character moments, and I'll give it a 8 out of 10. In fact, I'm planning on getting this on Blu-ray at some point. It's worth having in my collection.
Yeah, I agree. So this isn't a film I watch too regularly. This is the first time I've watched in quite a while, but it's kind of like the same thing with like shark movies for me, especially with shark movies where I can see a bunch of them. Like I can see a bunch of spider movies, but I usually like the ones the most that are the closest to like what would be in real life. So even though arachnophobia has a little bit of that craziness with the original spider and stuff, the rest of them are very much real. Like they're just real spiders that you would see. And so I can appreciate that this movie kind of stays close to home. Like, the pesticide is killing off their food source. And so they're just kind of like going out and doing their thing. It's, obviously the test of time, it's kind of lost some of that luster a little bit, but still one of the better spider movies out there that you're ever going to find. And I agree with you guys. I'm at like an 8 out of 10 with it for sure. It's at least somebody should watch it at least once. Like I think you're going to get some enjoyment out of it. And it has a dark ending, so it's like not everybody's all pleased about that. But
I love that.
I actually kind of appreciate that that they do that. So
I'm glad they didn't make it out. It sets it up too for a sequel.
True. Yeah, because they could have gone anywhere. They could have kept migrating. So,
yep.
Although you would have to think, though, also for them to migrate to another town or whatever, like that pesticides there might not have killed off all their food source, so they might have been able to kind of like sporadically go and find their other homes and stuff. But
I don't.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if they had played off. I'm surprised they did, consider it was a success financially. So that's kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
But maybe I guess they couldn't bring Shatner back. He was food, so.
I'd imagine the town was ultimately firebombed.
Yeah, it had to be. You imagine,
I was expecting a nuke at the end.
You imagine just driving down the highway, like, let's stop off and get some gas. He comes like all his weddings and like, yeah, we're not going to stop here. I'm turning around and going the other direction.
I'm hungry, but I'm not this hungry.
Right? Like, I ain't driving in here. What the fuck? Somebody needs to clean these cobwebs.
They must not have been open for a long time.
Or that's some truck driver who, after a certain point, they're mandated to sleep for 10 hours. Imagine a truck driver that reached that point and he's like, well, I guess I'm just going to have to break federal law today.
Right.
Yeah. Because, like, even if he just sat outside the city limit and just, like, slept in his cab, like, the spiders would probably still come up to it. I'm like, I'm not standing around this shit.
Nope.
I'll drive another 50 miles before I stop. If the cop pulls me over, I'll take the ticket. Fuck off.
Well, officer, before you give me the ticket, you drive 50 miles back in that direction.
Right. You go tell me I can go back there and you let me know when it's okay. Well, anyway, so Tony is back.
I'm back.
And we're happy for that. So we're going to let you choose our next movie for next month.
Right now?
Well, no, you got time but just know you have the choice. We usually do it towards the end of the month like we do now. So you'll have the idea. You got time to figure out what you want us to watch. And then
Okay.
the one after, we'll get back to Anthony and his choice, and we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds good.
So, do you guys have anything coming up on your channels at all that you want to talk about?
Nope.
Right now, I'm just gearing up for Montober. Like, the main thing I'm doing this month is the Romero Dead films, Night, Dawn, Day, Land, and the remake of Night. But right now, I just have the recording for Land recorded, and I need to edit that. And tonight, I'm going to be on Ulvin's channel for Tokusatsu Action Land, where we'll be talking about the next 4 episodes of Kamen Rider Amazon.
Nice.
You're not going to talk about Diary of the Dead?
Your
favorite one?
I just wanted to do the first 4.
He's like, I'm not talking about that trash.
It still has moments, but Samuel should have been the sole survivor.
Fucking A.
But
he got the best death.
If he had survived, I would have liked that movie for that alone.
Which one was he again?
The Amish guy.
Yeah, Amish guy with the dynamite.
Who are you? Sorry, that was my deaf person talk.
Are you still doing the thing with that Blake guy, Tony?
Yeah, I was doing Midnight Movie Morgue. That'll be on the first Monday of next month. Every first Monday of the month at like 11:30 at night. So I guess that's the 6th, maybe.
Probably. Oh yeah, it would be just no.
I'm sorry, 7th. Yeah, 7th at 11:30 on Blake's channel. We're gonna be talking Texas Chainsaw Massacre original and remake. So
that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not forget too. Since we did lose some horror alumni. So rest in peace to Reggie Bannister, Hayden Panettiere, and Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. I actually wanted to. What did I do with it?
A shitty year so far with this shit. And it's Optimus Prime, the voice of Optimus Prime. I can't remember his name, but he died.
Olin.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, that was real recent, right? That one
That's today.
Oh god, yeah. How crazy is that? Too many people dying, man.
I know.
Quit dying.
Yeah, stop it.
Anyway, for me, coming up tomorrow, I'm getting together with Kevin Lambert for the Clint Eastwood trilogy, the Dollar trilogy. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Then hopefully, if not tomorrow, sometime this weekend, Neko and I will do the top albums of the month. On Monday, I have an interview with director Zoe Kavanaugh, who did Demon Hunter 1 and Demon Hunter Time to Kill. So both very cool films. On Tuesday, I get together with Rick for action film Autopsy, as Preston can't do it right now. Samurai can't do it. And then Friday the 4th, I'm doing Kevin's channel again for a retro movie classic. We're doing, surprisingly, more Shatner, Wrath of Khan, which is my pick. So,
nice.
So that's what we got coming up pretty soon here. But as always, thank you guys for joining me, and we'll look to see everybody next month. Let us know in the comments, what did you think about Kingdom of the Spiders? Let us know your thoughts. Are you arachnophobic, or do you love Spideys? But, like and subscribe to Mr. Tony the Dead. Like and subscribe to Anthony Jordan Movies and Gaming. Like and subscribe here if you want. If not, fuck off. I don't care. We'll see you next time on the Ghouls of Midnight.
Before you die.